Hello. If you want to learn English, listen carefully to this story. I will tell it in simple and easy English so you can understand every word. Are you ready? Let's begin. My name is Elena. I am a girl who loves to travel, listen to music, and learn new things. One day, my grandmother, who lives in another state, called me. She said, "Hello, Elena. Don't you want to visit me? I'm sick and need your care." I immediately got a 2-week vacation from work. I had never visited her state before, so I was excited. The next day, I took the first flight to see her. A strange surprise at the airport. When I arrived at the airport, I noticed something strange. My suitcase felt heavier than before. I checked the bag, it had the same colors and the same bird on it. I thought everything was normal. I took a taxi and went to my grandmother's house. She hugged me happily. She said, "You must be hungry. I'll make you something." I went to the next room to change my clothes. But when I opened the suitcase, it wasn't mine. The clothes inside were not my clothes. They belonged to another woman. I didn't know her name, her address, nothing. I asked myself, how can I get my suitcase back? Trouble at the airport. My grandmother told me to call the airport information desk. They said the owner of the suitcase had reported the bag missing. But she had also gone to the police and accused me of stealing her things. I shouted, "Oh my God! Why would I steal? My own suitcase is gone too." My grandmother said, "Go to the police station and explain everything." The taxi driver. I took a taxi. The driver asked me where I was going. When I told him, he looked surprised and said, "There must be something valuable in that suitcase." I thought he would help me. But instead, he took me somewhere far away and said his car had broken down. He asked me for money and told me to walk down a shortcut. I paid him and followed the road. But the street was dark and empty. I was alone. Suddenly, I felt something sharp touch my back. A voice whispered, "Give me the bag and everything you have, or I'll kill you." He took my bag, my purse, and all my money. I had nothing left. I felt dizzy and collapsed. A stranger saves me. When I woke up, I was in a hospital bed. A nurse was putting in 4 in my hand. I asked who brought me there. The doctor said, "A young man named Johnny." Later, a tall, strong, handsome young man entered the room. He smiled and said, "You can call me Joe." I asked, "Who is Johnny?" He laughed loudly. "That's me. My name is Johnny, but you can call me Joe." Searching for the thief. Joe listened to my story and said, "We can't go to the police yet. They might arrest you. First, we find the real thief." He drove me around the city. Hours passed, and we found nothing. Then suddenly, I saw a car. It looked just like the driver's car. Joe told me to hide while he knocked on the door. When the driver appeared, Joe said, "We are from the police. A girl was found murdered, and people saw her with you." The driver panicked. "No. I didn't kill anyone. Joe entered the house and found my suitcase under the bed. The driver cried. I only took the bag. I didn't kill anyone. At the police station. We took the man and the suitcase to the police station. The officer asked the suitcase owner. Is anything missing? She checked and said. Everything is here. She looked at me kindly and said. Don't be angry. What would you have done if you were in my place? She returned my suitcase. Back to my grandmother. Joe drove me back to my grandmother's house. She hugged me tightly and said to Joe, please come in. This is your home. You are like my son. Joe visited us every day for 2 weeks. When my vacation ended, he took me to the airport. Before I boarded the plane, I said, Joe, promise me you won't forget me. He looked at me and said, I promise. You are the most beautiful girl I have ever seen. I will come to visit you. I smiled and said, I'll wait for you. Then I got on the plane, and it took off. When I arrived home, my parents were waiting for me. I told them what had happened and how Joe had saved me from certain death. A month after these events, I woke up from a beautiful dream. I saw Joe coming to our house to ask for my hand in marriage. I woke up to my mother's voice saying, Get up, we have guests who have come to see you. I got up quickly. It was Joe and his mother, who hugged me, and his father. They had come to ask for my hand in marriage. It was the happiest day of my life. I will never forget it. If you enjoyed the video or have any comments, please leave them below. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more stories.